Now let's add and edit content in our presentation. The first thing you can do is rename your presentation. In the upper left-hand corner where it says Untitled Presentation, click and insert your new title. Now you can add an image. Click Insert, Image, and you can upload from your computer, search an image from the web, or from various other places. Let's search the web. Alright, let's say you want to insert an image of a laptop. You can click the image that you'd like and drag it into your presentation. It's creating the image for you now. Now you can do several things with this photo. You can resize the photo. You can change the shape of the photo by going up here to this crop image and clicking on the arrow. And let's change the shape. I like this one. Now it's changed the shape of your image. You can also format the image. You can change the size and position. You can recolor it if you'd like. And you can change the transparency, the brightness, and the contrast. You can also create a drop shadow by clicking this box, and I'll move it up here so you can see what it does. Creates a little shadow around the image, and if I click on this arrow, I can change several things about that drop shadow. I can change the transparency of the drop shadow, make it a little darker. I can change the angle if I want it to angle up to the right, to the left, or below. I can change that angle. And I can also change the distance if I want to make it far out there, or if I want to bring it in closer. And the blur radius, you can make it really blurry or not so blurry and make the radius smaller. Okay, so now you can also add text. This first slide has already entered some text for you, so all you have to do is click to add a title. Now my N is hiding over there because this text is too big. So first I'm going to grab this box and bring it over to here. And now it has moved the presentation word down to the bottom, but if you want to make it smaller, highlight the entire text and change the font size. Now I like the way it was formerly, so I'm going to go up here and click this undo button. Alright, that's what I like about that. And now you can change the font type if you don't like this type. So go up here to the font tab, click the arrow, and you have several choices to choose from here. You can scroll down and find all the choices. Pick one that you really like, and you can change that font. You can also click a subtitle here to enter more text. And you can also resize this box if you'd like. Make it larger, you can just make it smaller. You can use this dot to turn it slightly, flip it around if you want. You can reset it. Okay, you can also add videos, shapes, charts, and more. You can do that by going up here to Insert, and to add a video, just go down here to Video, and you can select a YouTube video, enter the URL here, or upload a video that you have in your Google Drive. Okay, so I've got the URL, the link of the YouTube video I would like to share. I'm going to search for that video. The first day of school. Yep, that's the video I would like to enter, so I'm going to select that. And now it's dropped it right here in my Google slide. I'm going to resize that. Okay, now we can enter a shape. Let's say I want to put a shape under my video here so that people will know to play that video. Insert, Shape. Now you can pick the shape that you would like. Let's pick that shape. Now, click right where you want to land the shape, drag it out to the size you want, and let go. Now we've got our shape. Let's go over here and change the fill. To change the fill, go up here to this fill color, and let's change it to this color. Okay, now we've got a button here. I want to put a nice drop shadow on it, so let's go over here and put a drop shadow. Let's make the color a little darker. Now what if you want to put some text on top of that? Well, all you have to do is go Insert, Text Box, click where you want the text to be entered, and then let go. And then you can say, watch this video. Well, it's outside of the button that I just created, so I'm going to highlight all that text. I'm going to change the font size. Let's do 9. That looks about right. Then you can stretch, remember you can stretch your text box out. Let's select all and make it bold. And let's center it. You can also click on it and slide it up. And see those little lines, those rulers? That shows me that it's perfectly centered when I do that. But I want to move it up just a little bit. There we go. Okay. You can also, let's create a new slide. You go to Insert, New Slide. And now it's created it in a different layout. If you don't like that layout, remember you can go up here to Layout and change the layout to your desired design. I kind of like this one, so let's stick with that. All right, you can also insert charts and more. You go up to Insert, Charts, and here you can enter a bar graph, a column, a line graph, and a pie chart. Let's enter a pie chart. I'm going to move it over here. Make it a little bigger so we can see it. Add a title. Now if I click in this pie chart, it's not letting me edit anything. But you see this arrow over here? Click the arrow and go to Open Source. Now this will seem a little weird because you're probably not familiar with Google Sheets yet, but it's easy to do. So it brings your chart over here into a Google spreadsheet. If you'll notice, it started out on line 7. Let's scroll up, and now we have all the information we need to edit. Okay? So you can also double click in the pie chart, and it will open up this chart editor. And you can select Customize. Let's go down here to Chart and Access Titles, to Chart Title, and let's label it Favorite Snacks. Now you'll see that it changed my pie chart to Favorite Snacks. Now we don't need teams, we don't need it labeled as teams, so let's go up here to Team 1 and we'll start entering our favorite snacks. Okay, now you can see it's automatically changing my pie chart down here. But this isn't really how much I like any of these things because this was already generated. So we need to change the percentages depending on what you need for your pie chart. So I'm going to change that I like popcorn, my favorite food, 50%. Now let's go back and see if all of these changes have been saved in our slide. So they haven't. So what we need to do is select this update. And now our pie chart is exactly how we wanted it. You can also add speaker notes to keep track of your talking points for each slide. So if you have to present this to your teacher or to other students, you might want to add some notes down here in the bottom.